Hey everyone, it's your girl Londyn, and today we're going to be looking at the latest collection from Colourpop, in which they collaborated with yet another childhood favorite, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you guys want to see the collection, see a look, hear my thoughts, then stick around because we are getting right into it. Okay guys, so Colourpop, they sent me this collection in PR and they sent it actually after the drop date. So that's why it's taking me a little bit to get it up. But here we are and we have it. The collection is actually pretty extensive, and this is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna try to pretend. I have no idea what Avatar: The Last Airbender is. I have looked at a lot of YouTube videos, and apparently this is a very, very big show, and it was really an integral part of a lot of people's childhoods. It wasn't mine. I've never even heard of it. I've heard of Avatar the movie, but never The Last Airbender, so I'm not quite sure the characters that are here, what it's about, anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the collection today. We're going to do a look with the palette. We'll do some swatches of the palette, and then I will let you guys go. And hopefully if you guys really enjoyed this show in your youth and you kind of want to get that nostalgia back, then you can head on over to Colourpop and you can purchase the products if in fact you would like to. So well, let's go ahead and let's get into the first thing. Let's take a look at the collection pieces first. So the collection, I have everything except for 4 eyeliners that they had. So the 4 eyeliners that they had were a red, a blue, a green, and kind of like a pale peachy pink. Those ones I didn't get, and they were the air, earth, fire, and water inspired metallics. So I think that they may have just been accidentally left out because it's weird that they would put everything else in the PR package except for those, and I wish I actually had gotten those because I love the Colourpop gel liners, but I will put a picture of them up here. There were 4 of them. We didn't get those ones, so we are not going to be able to talk about them today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the next section. Okay guys, for the first piece we have the face mask mini kit, and this is $22, and this has 2 pieces. You're going to get the hyaluronic hydrating mask right here, and these are from 4th Beauty. This is a nice kind of periwinkle blue right here. I'm not going to take the little cap off. It does have right here because I'm not going to keep this, but I just wanted to show you guys. And then with that you do have the mud mask, and this is the Big Detox mud mask, and it is black as you can see, but again it also has a little top over it. Those 2 come in really cute packaging. This is the packaging that they come up with. So if you're looking for a little zen time, a little self-love, a little self-care, you want to get your weekend together by doing these, you want to take a little time out in the morning to get yourself right, then definitely look into these 2. $22. This is for you. You like Avatar: The Last Airbender and you're looking for a little zen time. I don't know what would be a better thing for you or a better gift for somebody else. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and get into the next piece. So the next piece is called the Appa, I believe I'm saying that correctly, and this is going to be a mirror, and this is at $12, and this is actually really cute. This is what the mirror itself looks like upside down, and again, I didn't watch the show, so I have no clue what this is trying to tell me, but I do like the color. I do think that it is really cute, and it is nice on the inside. The inside is dual mirrored, so it has a regular mirror right here, and then it also has a mirror that is a magnifying mirror. So you have the magnification and then you have the regular side, and this is nice and compact, and it's very thin, so you can even put this inside of a pants pocket, which usually these are a little more bulky, so you can't. So whether you throw them in a bag, your pants pocket, whatever, this is nice just to carry with you, just to freshen up any makeup you have on, to just check your face and make sure everything's good, you don't have any boogies anywhere. This would be a really nice one. And again, it comes in really, really great packaging. This is one thing that Colourpop is really good at. If nothing else, it's the packaging for things, and this is definitely one of the best ones I think that we have had out this year. So now that is the mirror. It's cute, it's small, and it is very, very practical. $12 may seem like it's a little bit much. Maybe this should be about $4.50, $5, but again, they did do the collab with Avatar, so it's going to be a little bit more. But I think that again, if you're a fan of Avatar, that this is probably something, if anything, especially if you're not into makeup, that would be a great gift for yourself or for somebody else to get. So let's get into the next piece. Okay guys, the next piece that we have here is a lip mask. This is $12, and yes, they have another lip mask. So Colourpop has really been loving putting these skincare products into their collections. What I can say is that I'm happy this time they did not put the lip care in with the skincare. The last collection that I reviewed, they had put one lip product and one skincare product in the same packaging. And I think they realized that that made it just a little too easy to put things that should be on your lips, on your face, and things that should be on your face, on your lips. So I commend them for finally separating them. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So this is the Jasmine Tea Overnight Lip Mask, and this is a beautiful banana yellow. Really, really like that. I'm thinking this has a stopper on it too. Oh, it did, but it came off a bit. It smells a little zesty, but not too overwhelming. I'm not going to use that because, again, I'm not going to be keeping this. But I do want to show you guys this beautiful packaging one more time. Colourpop, A+ on the packaging. This is really nice. This is really detailed. This is really, really beautiful packaging. It's a shame that this same picture doesn't translate onto the product, because I think that, you know, especially when you're paying $12 for a lip mask, that rather than the sunshine kind of flower on here, the sunflower, and it just saying Avatar: The Last Airbender on here, I think that, especially if this is something that resonates with you from your childhood, you might actually have wanted the picture from the box on here, and I think that would have been a little bit of a nicer touch. I'm not sure why that doesn't translate, or if it would cost too much to get it on the packaging, but nonetheless they didn't. It looks nice. I think that this will be a real treat for somebody if you want to go ahead and pay the $12 for it. What I know is that I have a lot of lip products, and it always seems like these things are just too expensive for what they are. But if you use them the way you're supposed to, you really can get a lot of usage out of these and really get the bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and move on to our next piece in the collection. So the next pieces in the collection are going to keep you glowing, glowing, glowing. These are what they are saying are highlighters, and these are $12 each. These are the Super Shock formula, which is a squishy kind of foamy marshmallow-like formula that is dry but also spreads almost like it's a cream. So it's a really unique formula if you've never tried anything from Colourpop that is the Super Shock formula before. It's very neat, it's very interesting, and in their highlighter form, it really, really creates a glow. So let's take a look at these, because these are also kind of marbleized. The first one that they have here is called Moon Peach, and this is a pearlized highlighter. And again, awesome packaging. Don't know if you guys can see now that it has a hole in there. Wish it had translated. But this is the way it looks here. Now I think this would have been a bit too light for me. As you can see, it is peach, then it has almost like white swizzles in it, and if you look really closely, there's almost like silvery blue shimmers in this. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this, but again, I am not going to be keeping this, but I did sanitize my hands before I put them in there. But that's what that looks like. And again, oh wow. Wow, that's pretty. It has flecks of blue. It looks like blue, purple, and silver. This is really, really nice, guys. Look at that. So if you like this, like, it doesn't actually look bad on my skin tone, but for me it's just a bit frosty. But if you like that frost look, this is really nice, and it feels so smooth. Or if you're fairer, this would be a perfect color for you. This is really, really, really nice. Again, the Super Shock shadows, whether they're in the shadow form or they're in the chic form for blush or highlighters, they're really, really, really nice. The next one that we have is Got Glow, and this is also pearlized, and this is what that one looks like. And the packaging is very similar right here. Let me see if it's different. It is different than the other packaging. Again, I don't know these characters. I'm so sorry. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Ooh, so this has like peach, brown, some caramel, and it looks like a little cream running through it. So let's see what this one's gonna look like. I wasn't gonna keep this one, but, and as you swirl it, it does kind of blend together. Oh, that's how that one looks. Oh wow. Okay, that one I might keep. Okay, the Got Glow, definitely. I think if you're fair, this may be a little bit too deep for you, but if you're my skin complexion or deeper, right here, the Got Glow I think is going to look really nice. It's going to give that just subtle glow to you. I mean, this isn't blended out. This is just swiped on with a finger, and it just looks really pretty. So those are the two highlighters right there. So again, those are really nice, and I think that highlighters themselves, I think, go a long way. $12 for the Super Shocks. Again, this may seem like it's not a lot, but look at how much came out. That was just one swirl inside of the component right here. So imagine how long that would take you to use this up when you're just using it at home. And this has, let's see, they put the writing so tiny in here. It's like they don't want you to know how much is in here. This has 4.2 grams or 0.15 ounces. So it has a good amount of product for a highlighter, and again, because it blends so smoothly and it can go so far, I think that you're going to need very little. So I think that your bang will be worth your buck for 12 bucks for this highlighter. So guys, let's get to the next piece in the collection. Lips, lips, lips. The next pieces in the collection are lip products. They are 2 glossy lip stains, and this is a kind of new formula to Colourpop. The stain, I think, came out, it's hard to tell with Colourpop because they drop things so frequently, but I think it might have been 6 or 8 months ago the stain came out, and this is a glossy stain. This is really nice for somebody who really isn't into lipstick, really doesn't want to have to reapply things like glosses, but they do want to have just like a popsicle kiss stain on their lips, and this provides a little bit of gloss with it. So it's kind of a 2-in-1. Now you do have to reapply from here to there if you want to continue to have the stain, because although it takes a bit longer to rub off, it will naturally just rub down. But if you're okay with that, because you're a person who just wants to have it on and then let it naturally fade, then you're fine. You don't have to do any reapplication. But I do think that these are a really, really nice formula, again, especially for somebody who is looking for a low maintenance look, a low maintenance day, or you are just a low maintenance guy or gal out there. These could be the answer to you having a nice lip color without all the fuss and muss. So let's take a little look-see-loo. And again, for 9 bucks, we always think lipsticks and lip glosses and things like that, that the price, we look at it and say, well, there's not enough product. But then when we look in our collection, how many of those are you actually using up? And that's what I always say, and I think that you're really getting a bang for your buck with these. So the first one we have here is going to be called Fanatic, and this is the box. I love, love, love this color. Love this box. Super pretty. And Fanatic is, again, the glossy lip stain, and this is in kind of like a vibrant red, like an orangey red. So let's take a look, and you can kind of mix it up, because the thing that happens with the lipsticks and lip stains, sometimes they will start to separate just because of the formula. If the formula ever starts to separate on you in here, you can take this and kind of swirl it around to remix it. That is normal, that is natural for it to do, just that settling piece. If it starts to smell though, then it definitely has gone off on you. So the applicator is this little, kind of like little teardrop doe foot. There's no scent to it. Just take it and, ooh. That right there is Fanatic. That is a really, really pretty color. Really nice. That would be a nice stain to lay down before you put on a lipstick color maybe that has the same as that. So if you're somebody who likes lipstick but you don't like the wear down of the lipstick, this might be a solution, so that way as the lipstick wears down, maybe from eating or things like that, that it doesn't look quite as odd because this is actually underneath it instead of doing a lip liner. This might be something that's a little bit better. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. And the next one is Sealed with a Kiss, and again it has the same beautiful packaging. And this is more my color. This is kind of a subdued, what I always call rosewood. It's kind of like a little browny, a little kind of reddy, a little maybe pinky. So this is it right here. I think it looks a little brighter on camera, but definitely is a nice color. And this definitely is something that I would wear. These are so smooth. So this is Sealed with a Kiss. So those are the 2 right there, and like I said, they are 9 bucks. They are really nice. You can see the shine in them, and that is what is going to be on your lip, and we will be applying one of those today when we do our final look. I am taking a kind of wet cloth right here, and as you can see, I'm kind of stained right here. So even with this, and I'm rubbing, there still is stainage. So when you put them on your lips, especially like I said, either underneath some lipstick or on its own, I think you're really going to have the amount of time that you're looking for without any other fuss and muss with them. So let's get to the creme de la creme that you guys have been waiting for, and that is taking a little look-see-loo at the eyeshadow palette. So let's get into it. Okay, if you guys hear any noises, the wind is going crazy outside, so I keep hearing my door kind of like slightly open shut. I keep hearing the wind going, so if you guys hear that too, just know that Jersey has some crazy weather this week, so the wind has just been running wild. Let's get into, like I said, the creme de la creme, what I think you all have been waiting for, and that is the eyeshadow palette, and this is 22 bucks, and this is just, look at, I mean, this is amazing packaging. I just really love it. Again, I don't even know what Avatar is, but I'm in love with this. I'm feeling like I wish I knew what Avatar was, because I wish I knew what this all meant. On the back of it, it has the colors again. And what was neat about this is that it went into it like that way, versus you having to kind of open up the palette. It slid in, and I thought that was neat, and that was very, very interesting. So it was more kind of book sleeve like versus an envelope. This is the palette, and again, I usually really like the unicartons of things. I wish that they would translate to the actual packaging, but this one, I can say that again, I don't know what Avatar is, but they did a good job on this one. This is the actual palette right there, and this is weighty, so this is a nice kind of weighted eyeshadow palette, so almost again feels just like a book. So I really like that. And on the back, again, it has the shadows right there. It says Avatar: The Last Airbender. It says Nickelodeon, and this is I'm trying to see how many months you guys have to use it up. Well, that's actually kind of strange. It doesn't say it on the back here. I don't see the little kind of jar that lets you know. Let me look on the packaging. I do not see it there either. So that's a little strange. Typically they have it, but I don't see it on here. So again, just make sure it smells like it hasn't gone off. It's still performing the way you want it to perform, things like that. Let's go ahead and open it up. And this, I think, is a little, again, little nice touch. So instead of a mirror, what you have is, there we go, I don't want to blind you, is you have this right here. And I think that that is a nice touch, especially if you're a collector and you like makeup. I think that is nicer than a mirror. So I think that looks fantastic. And this is the color story. And the color story, I think, looks a little simplistic, but again, it clearly goes with Avatar, and the kind of element. So you have, you know, what, air, water, wind, earth. So it kind of goes with the elements. And so you're going to have that kind of colored palette. But I think that it looks like it all goes together. It looks like they very much so tried to keep everything in line with Avatar. Now that I'm thinking about the fact that they're the elements, it very much so kind of just reminds me off of that, of the, what were they? Oh, they were air, wind, water. When our powers combine, we are the, oh my God, Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Reminds me of like a Captain Planet-y feel, because they work with the elements. It probably has nothing like Captain Planet, but it reminds me of Captain Planet just based off of kind of just that stuff. So let's go ahead and we're going to do some swatches of the palette. That way you guys can see kind of what it looks like, and I can also get a feel for what kind of look I'm going to do, because by looking at the palette, I'm still not quite sure. So let's go ahead and get into some swatches. Okay, so I'm going to go across in the 3s instead of down in the 4s. So first we're going to do Water Tribe, and this looks like a beautiful, almost periwinkle. And I don't know if you guys could see, but the element signs are embossed on the first row right here. If you guys can take a look at that, so you can see that they have the element signs embossed in that. Again, another, ooh, that totally took my lighting up. Another nice little touch. I think this collection has the nicest touches of any of the collaborations with like Disney, Nickelodeon, things like that Colourpop has done. They did a nice job with just those little touches that a real collector would really like. So again, this is kind of like a periwinkle. When I look at it on my finger, it's shifting also. So I still have stains, lip stains on there. So we're gonna do small swatches. That way we can fit everything, because this is a 12 pan palette. Ooh, that is blue, white, purple. That is gorgeous. Stop it. Well, that really turned things around. Okay, I didn't know we were gonna work with that. We have Moon Spirit, which is this beautiful blue right here. Oh, wow. That is shifty too. That is dark blue, and then like a green, blue, and silver. Guys, I didn't even think I was going to keep this palette. Now I'm really rethinking that decision, because this is really pretty. Ice Shield is right here. This is really nice. So there's Ice Shield right there. So that is the first row, and that is water. So now we are going to get into the earth signs, and this is Earth Kingdom. And this is a nice kind of very neutral brown. It's actually so neutral it's going into my skin color. So I'm trying to pack it on a bit more just for you guys to actually be able to see a bit of it. So if it looks a bit chalky, it's because I'm actually just patting it on my hand and trying not to blend it so that way you guys can see. But there it goes right there. So that actually would be a nice all over color for me. Then we have the color Quicksand. Ooh, beautiful gold. Wow. And this doesn't have any other shifts in it. This is just a nice gold. And then we have the color Earth Rumble. Oh, this is kind of a green. It's actually like mud brown with green undertone to it. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There you go right there. It doesn't swatch the best, but I think that when you put it on your eye, it's going to be a bit better. There you go. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the Fire Row. And this first one is Fire Nation. I'm very interested with this one. So you can already see the gold flecks in it. Well, let's take a look at it. Okay. So this is a matte that has gold flecks in it. That's a shame. I thought it was going to shift. So it's still a pretty color, but it's just not what I thought it was going to be. Then we have Dancing Dragon. This is a nice red metallic. These would be nice monochromatic looks. There's Dancing Dragon right there. You can see it's a beautiful, beautiful red. It almost is like a nice red like the one in the Darth Vader palette. This is clearly less red than that one, but it's still the same vibe. Oh, this is nice. Comet. If you have the Darth Vader palette, so you have that nice red shimmer in there, this is a beautiful, beautiful red to be paired with that. Holy crap. That is really, really nice. Wow, now I'm really lost. Do be aware that that red did just stain my finger. So just know it might stain. So that's good to know because I was thinking of using that, but I have work tomorrow and I don't want to have a stained red eye. But maybe another day, another time, when I can give it, you know, a day or so to kind of wear down, I'll do that. Now we're in the Air row, and this is Air Temple, and this is kind of a mustardy brown. This would be a nice color to put on too. This is definitely not working out on my skin tone on my hand. I think it'd be better on the eye. So there you go right there, because it's almost like blending in with my skin. That's the problem with it. Then we have Air Blast, and this is a nice kind of mid-tone, like white gold, but it actually has a shift, and the shift is kind of a bit peachy, and that's right there. And then the last color in the palette is Vortex, and this is nice too, and this is just a wood brown is what I'd like to call it. Semi-sweet chocolate brown is right there. So guys, that is the entire Avatar The Last Airbender palette. So this is what these colors look like on my skin tone. If you are similar to my skin tone, or if you just want to see what the colors look like not on like computer generated skin tones, here it is. There you go right there. There you have it. So I'm going to take a little look-see-loo, take a second look at it, figure out what I'm going to do, and then guys, we are going to get into our eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take 2 seconds, I'm going to come back, and we are going to get into the look. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this. I'm going to go a bit unusual, I would say. We're going to use the smaller Laura Lee brush, and this is the L28. Now usually the bigger one, I always say I use it just to blow things out really big, and I have been using my Wayne Goss brush, the flat paddle brush, to kind of put an all over color. We're not going to do that this time. I'm going to make sure there's nothing on my eyelids though. I don't have any primer on, but again, I did have whatever foundation I had on my face, and I just put the powder that I had on my face over my eyes too. We're going to go ahead and we're only going to do one eye on camera because we kind of had a lot at the beginning, so I don't want to take it out too much. I'll do one eye on camera, I'll finish the other eye off, we'll come back, we'll look at it. So we're going to go in with Earth King, which again, I'm going to put the palette somewhere up here so you guys can see it. And that's the one I said would probably be a really nice color for my eye because it really blended into my skin tone. And as you can see, I'm using the little mirror here, so there might not be one in the palette, but if you get the mirror, you won't have to worry about it. So I'm just kind of blowing this out quickly and going over my eye because I don't expect this to have any real color to it because it did blend in with my skin tone. And pretty much just doing it there. Like you can see that there's a different color on here just because it looks a little hazy lighter, but it didn't do anything to really add any colorful depth or anything. I just want to put this down because I wanted to give it a try and see what it looked like. So now we're going to go ahead and I am going to take Air Temple, and this was this nice kind of mustardy looking brown that we had. I'm going to use the same brush, and now I'm going to blow it out. So I want to blow this out a little more, but I didn't want to blow it out as much as I would have with the larger ones. I didn't want to do that because that sometimes can get a little wild with it. I just wanted it to be able to be blown out, but a little more controlled at the same time. The bigger brush is kind of when I want it to be blown out and just look wild and free. This one I want it to be blown out, but I also want to have a little more control over it. So I think that's a nice color. I think that it is nice and it's subtle on my skin tone. Again, if you are more fair than me, I think that this is going to show up really nicely as far as it's going to be that true kind of mustardy brown. And if you are deeper than me, I think that this can look nice depending upon the way that you decide to do the application, but I think that there is a chance for it to be slightly, not necessarily dusty, but dulling the eye out. But this could be a nice lay down color, so laying that color down at the beginning, if that's something that you do with your application, this could be nice there. Okay, so just want to go up with it just a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to take okay, we're going to do something slightly different for me. We're going to take our JH30 brush. Now usually I use this to, I have my color switch over here. Usually I use the JH30 to kind of do the edges of my eye looks, but today I think we're going to do something a little bit different because I want to, I really want to use these blues. Okay, so we're going to go into Ice Child. I don't even know if this is going to work, guys. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. And we're going to really just go all over the lid, but not in a packing motion, in kind of a fluffy motion. So we're trying to fluff this out versus packing it because I want to put that shifting shade over it. I just want to give it a nice base to kind of sit on and kind of go in nicely with those browns, but not take anything over too much. So kind of look like a haze of color, kind of like this, like a little wash. We're going to go into it again, and of course if you pack this on, you would get a different vibe from it, and you would be able to get a nice solid blue. But again, we're doing the hazy look because we're also going to apply a color over it, and I don't want that color to not be able to shine through. So this is just like, again, a little bit like air, a little bit like you're looking up at the clouds. You know, the clouds have a little bit of sky in between them, breaks, even when they're big and fluffy. Even when they're my favorite cloud growing up was cumulonimbus. Love storm clouds like that. Take that out just a little bit there too. That looks really nice. I really like that one. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our JH40, which of course is our kind of pencil domey brush. And since we're here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little bit underneath the eye. And underneath the eye, I want to get a little bold with it. And I'm going to take this Earth Rumble, and this Earth Rumble is very, very dark. Like I said, this is like a mud with green undertone. So this is like a very sticky, clayey mud with a green undertone. So I don't want to do too much, and this could be horrible, but we're going to give it a go. So I'm trying to be very, very light with my application. So my hand is very light right now. I'm not pressing down hard at all, because I can tell that this can go very wonky very, very fast. So I'm being very, very light with my hand, taking in a little by time at a time, and just Really kind of taking the time to put it on there, and then when I get to the edge, just kind of connecting and fading it out. And then going back in and kind of again, lightly going over it. So that way we don't drag it down too far, but that the edges are faded with itself versus having to be faded with another color. Likey. Okay, so now we are going to see what we are going to do with the lid. And with the lid, we are going to put, they both are beautiful. We're going to put water tribes. So we're going to take our finger, and this might be best with a brush, we'll see. We're going to take water tribe, we're going to put it all over the eye. Water tribe looks very chalky when you put it on your finger, but when you swatch it and when you put it on your eye, the shift comes through in it. And so it doesn't just look like it's chalk. You now can see that shift. Oh gosh. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. Again, guys, I didn't think I was going to keep this palette. I wasn't even going to do this video. I was just going to show it on Instagram, but then I thought, well, let me go ahead and do it because I didn't see too many, I was looking at my camera. I was like, did my camera just stop on me? I didn't see too many people with my skin tone reviewing it, but I was like, well, if this is a childhood show, then there may be people out there who are looking for this who have my complexion, and there's nobody really to see what it might look like, or what it might look like if you have a deeper complexion or even a lighter complexion than me, but kind of still in the range of somebody who is melanated. So look at that. That is just absolutely beautiful. Loves it, loves it, loves it. I'm going to take it up a little bit higher. You guys know that I have a hooded lid, so I want to go just a little bit higher into my non-natural crease, kind of like my, I think it's my orbital bone. Is that what it's called right there? I want to take it just a little higher up there. Yes. And then we are going to take our, yeah, we'll take this one. This is our Lunar Beauty. This is the LBE4 brush, and we're going to go back into it. And this is just so we can get really into that corner because my finger just can't get into here. It will make a huge mess if it tries. And this actually works really well with the brush too. Surprisingly, I didn't know if it would kind of work as well. Just going to go over and pat it. But yeah, just getting right there into that corner, just so we can make sure we have that consistency. Then what we want to do is we want to take our Wayne Goss. This is our number 20 brush. This is also like a pencil brush right here. And we want to go ahead and we want to go into a color that I want to put right here on the outside. And that is going to be Ice Shield. Ice Shield we're going to take right here. And we're going to just line it. And we're not going to blend it with this one. We're just basically placing this. Placing it where we want it to go. I'm kind of doing like an open V right there. And then we're going to, which brush is best for this? We're going to take the Lunar Beauty LBE 6 brush. It's a very small domed brush. I'm going to take this and just do small circles. This is kind of a compact brush, so it's not super fluffy. We just want to go in here, kind of do this, just so we have something to have this fall back onto. Then we're going to go back in with our finger, and I want to put a little bit more. That's the fun thing about makeup, that if you decide you want a little bit more, you can, and if you decide you want a little bit less, you absolutely can too. You can take it away a little bit. Then we're just very lightly going to hit that corner, take it up, so it looks like this. Very, very, very nice. Now we're going to go ahead, and I think we're going to take another kind of fluffy brush. This is the Wayne Goss number 6 brush. It's kind of paddly, kind of fluffy. It's in between. We're going to go in very, very lightly with the color Vortex. And that's that wood brown that had those gold flecks in it. And this is not very powdery, but I am still trying to take off any excess. I'm going to go just right over the edge right here. Just so we can help kind of give it a little bit of depth right here. We're going to just bring that out a little. then I'm going to go and take my color switch. I'm going to swipe it off so there's no product on here. Oh, I hope I was not shaking you guys. Swipe it off so there's no product on there, and now I'm just going to go back over the edge and just kind of blend the edge. At the same time, I'm kind of blending the shadow too, so you won't have to go in and do any more blending. Just I wanted it to have a little something there to really help the blue stand out, so it wasn't just floating in the air. No pun intended. Okay. Perfect. Excellente. So, final times, we're going to take our Lunar Beauty LBE 7 brush, which is this one right here, and we're going to go in with our inner corner color. And for that one, we are going to use, we're going to use Quicksand. It's the gold one. I was going to use Dancing Dragon because that's the red one, but I think that would be a little too much for this look. So we're going to use Quicksand. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so now I got to get light because I see how pigmented that is going to be. Fade it up. And now I want to go in with my color switch again, wipe it off, because that was very, very pigmented with a brush. So I am shocked at that. This is a really good formula palette, guys. As you saw, these are hard shades to formulate, and this is really nice, really, really nice. This is working like it should be 45 bucks. Okay, we have right there. We're going to go with one little touch more, and this time we're just going to tab it and leave it. There we go. All right, guys, so we have the eye look together. We are going to go off camera, do the other eye. We're going to do a liner, lashes. We're going to come back. We're going to do a little lip. We're going to do a little highlight, and we're going to talk about the look, shall we? So stay with me, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. We have the eyes on, so let me move a little closer so you can see the look. And this is what we have. What do you think? What are you thinking? I think it's another fantastic blue look. So I didn't put lashes on with this, so I'm looking at my monitor, and that is because I wanted to be able to show what it looked like without lashes. My last two looks, I believe I did lashes with them, so I wanted to do just mascara on these ones. So let's get into what I have on my eyes. Let's start off with the lashes. So I used my regular Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara. This is really nice, but I think that this one might be getting used up because it did a great job on the bottom, but the top, it just didn't give me what I needed it to give me. So I was scrambling to find one lash glue, and I said, well, I want to see what it looks like without the lashes. I want to do just a natural lash, and I was looking for mascara, and I just got a box in, and it had a deluxe sample size of the Better Than Sex mascara, which I haven't tried this in years, since like they first came out with it. So I used this to save the day. I was like, please, I think this is a tubing mascara. So they were crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. I was like, please, please break the tubing. And they did, and they made them like a little fuller, a little longer. Really like it. So this is what it looks like without having any lashes on, just your natural lash. And I feel like you could definitely put a lash on this and it would look really, really nice with this blue, because what I found that I really like about lashes is that it just gives symmetrics. Everything is symmetrical on your lash, the same length, the same depth of color, the same fluffiness, where when you use mascara, it's just not that. You have the spaces between, they don't look as full. So that's what I really like about lashes. But with this Better Than Sex mascara, did a really good job. For the liner, on the bottom I use this Marc Jacobs, RIP Marc Jacobs Beauty. This is Deja Blue, and it is this very icy sky blue, and I use it right here. One, because kind of like the creams, the whites, they really make the inner rim pop, but it even pops more when it's a color that correlates with it. So I thought this would give the pop of a open eye look and also correlate with the kind of whole vibe we have going on here. On the upper lash, I didn't want to do black. I thought that would be a little too much of a stark contrast to the icy blue. So I used the Colourpop cream gel liner in the color DTLA, and it's kind of just this very nice periwinkle blue, almost like the same color that we put on the all over the lid on the eye. So I thought this was very nice. It went on smoothly. I've been liking doing just this little corny, I don't call it a wing, I call it arm out the window, just a little something just to kind of help elongate the eyes a bit. So Really, really liked that. That is what we have on. That is what we did. That was done. So before we talk about the palette, let's go ahead and get into our lip look. So I'm gonna take off my lip gloss that I have on, and we're gonna go in with the lip stain gloss that is provided. I hate these boxes. I'm just gonna tear it open. And this is the one that I thought would best suit me. This is in the color, so I'm gonna say Coated with a Kiss, Sealed with a Kiss, and it's just this kind of brown undertoned reddy color, redwood color. I keep trying to make sure I'm staying in frame, but I need this. Why do I not have this? I need to have this little compact. This was a really nice compact to do my makeup with. It was really nice for the lashes because I could get really, really close. Okay, here we go. That's the bottom. Really nice. And then go back in for the top. I don't want to clamp them together yet. I want to let it dry because this is a stain versus like a lipstick where you want to go from top to bottom. And so right now you would be one of those. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I give them their own equal coating. Otherwise the stain is going to look a little off. Go in, kind of slightly tap over the edge of that. Okay. It's a really nice color. And this gives us kind of that red that we were looking for, or red hue that we were looking for that we didn't put on the eyes. And I know that for a long time, at least me growing up, any kind of reddish lipstick, red family, with blue eyeshadow, that was not going to happen for various reasons that parents and grandparents can elaborate on. So if you know, you know. If you don't, you just don't. But red and blue, no, you were not going to wear that. And so I, for a really long time, did not put red and blue together. I think I never have until now. But this looks really nice. So it does stay a bit sticky, so you do have to let it dry down a bit. So give it some time. I don't know if it will dry down while we're here, but it just stays a bit sticky. But look at that beautiful color. It's a very nice, I mean, honestly, looking at my monitor, I almost want to say like a coral red. It goes really good with this blue. Okay, I like the blue with this. It's that icy blue. This is a really, really nice look. So that went on really nice, as you guys saw, gliding. Now again, this is a lip stain gloss. Right now if I touch something with my lips, it's going to come off. But look at how pigmented this is for being a stain and not a lipstick. Look how glossy this is for not being just a full gloss, but a lip stain. So you're getting your 2 for 1. I can start to feel it dry down a bit now. So next we're going to go in with the highlighter that they gave us. And this is the, or I should say one of them. This is the Got Glow highlighter. And is this the one we wanted? Yes. This is the goldy one. So I think for this, we're just going to use, you know, we're going to, okay, we're going to use a little versatility. So we're going to take the JH30, right? And we're going to make sure we do it really well on this color switch. We're really going to swish it around. And we're going to use this with this. Now the Colourpop shadows, these Super Shucks, you can pick up with brushes, so you don't have to just use your fingers. But we're going to just use this to kind of place it on really nicely. And I do have a little bit of highlighter already, but we're just going to add a bit more. Shall we? Because can you, oh yes. Can you ever have too much highlighter? No, you can't. And what's nice about doing it with a eyeshadow brush is that you can control it more than with a fan brush and a bigger brush. So see, you can control where you want it to go a bit more, disperse it more, make it less, feather it out, keep it kind of how you want it to be. So that's why I like using eyeshadow brushes versus a fan brush, because a fan brush would have this all over. So that's the side with just my regular highlighter that I came with. This is the side with that Super Shock. The Super Shocks are no joke, guys. They're no joke. So you just kind of, you know, get your brush coated with it. however much you want to. You can always go back in. I mean, it's yours. You do whatever you want with it. And then just, again, go in and begin to layer it, blend it, wherever it is that you kind of see fit to have it. This is a really, 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 really nice highlighter. Really, really like that. Oh my gosh, guys. Stop. Look at that. Okay, so the highlighter, the palette, and the lip, I think are, and the mirror. This is actually a good collection. You don't even have to know what Avatar is. This is a beautiful collection. This is, yes, yes, yes. I love it. And so when you're thinking about, is this really worth the price? Look at this. Nothing. It looks like nothing is used, guys. So, and that's all you need. You see, we use an eyeshadow brush. So that's going to take you a long time to use up all this. So again, you don't even need to know what Avatar is. This is very beautiful. I really love this. Really love this. So let's get into what everybody is waiting for, which is the palette. Now the palette is beautiful. The palette is a 12 pan palette right here. Very nice. We use the color Water Tribe, Moon Spirit, Ice Shield. Earth Kingdom, Quicksand, Earth Rumble. We use the color Air Temple and Vortex. So we used 8. We used 8 shadows of the 12. You know that I like to use at least 50%. I think that was just monetarily worth it, and we did it. We used 8 shadows out of the 12. We used almost the whole palette, and we came up with this gorgeous, gorgeous look, gorgeous face. I definitely think this is worth it. I think that honestly, I have almost every palette that Colourpop has ever come out with, including the smaller 4-pan ones, the 5-pan ones, any one that they've ever come out with, including a multitude of Super Shocks. This to me is one of the best palettes that they have ever come out with, quality wise. They were so smooth, they blended so nicely. I think they were formulated really, really well. That red swatch was beautiful. We didn't get to use it, but it was beautiful, and I would love to do another look with this palette actually, and just do a monochromatic red look. But the blues, even when we were swirling the Ice Shield just to kind of give like a light layer base of blue, it was beautiful. And those are hard to formulate. If you've seen any of my other videos, we've done some blues, and you know, it is what it is. Earth Rumble, that really kind of muddy, greeny brown, was beautiful underneath the eye. That can tend to look like you just got punched. It can tend to look like you have discoloration underneath the eye, but just swirling it out, it has such a nice undertone of that green, like real deep olivey army green with that real muddy brown. That was just beautiful. I think it just plays nicely off the blue. It gives you like a little bit of sultry without having to do too much. And then this red lip, of course, just ties it together. So again, this formula I think is amazing. The look I think is amazing. I don't think it took us a long time. It was fairly quick, except for the fact that I was talking. But I think that this is a really nice palette. You can do neutral looks, or you can do this little pop, which to me this is still a neutral look, but you can do a pop of color, or you can do a full neutral with just your traditional kind of browns, using your gold as an all over, or using your Air Blast kind of like this, really light gold as an all over, and you'll be one and done. But again, this palette really surprised me, and it surprised me because I honestly, I looked at this collection and I said, this doesn't do anything for me. I don't know what Avatar is. The colors are kind of meh, don't get it. Have them already in my collection, and I was literally not even going to swatch the palettes, nothing in here. I was just going to show on Instagram and be done with it and give the whole collection away. And I'm really glad that I stopped to take time out to do a look, because it really shocked and surprised me. And just the color variation in here, they looked very simplistic when I first got them, and there's a lot of colors that have this shift that are, I don't want to call them a multi-chrome or dual chrome because they don't feel like that, but they have some variations in the colors that are really, really nice. And like I said, they just blended really well. I think this is a really well formulated palette. I think that the collection itself, you can tell that Colourpop really put some time and thought into this. They really put some finances behind it. This is nicely weighted, feels like a book. I would love to actually see another collection in the book format, because this is really nice. So I would give the collection a 5 out of 5. I would say if you like Colourpop, I would definitely look into this collection. If you like Avatar, this definitely is going to be for you. I think that of the pieces of the collection, definitely think you should go with the lip gloss stain. Definitely think that you should go with the highlighter. definitely think you should go with the cute little mirror because this does come in very handy, and definitely clearly think that you should go with the palette because it is just absolutely beautiful. I love the full collection. Like I said, we didn't have the liners, but we didn't need them. We had the other Colourpop liners, so A++ on the whole collection. If you guys like this look, if you enjoyed the video, please give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, not 1, not 2. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, head on over there. Follow me at Londyn Brielle so you can see what I do when I'm not here with you on the YouTubes. If you want to see me attempt to try to be a TikToker, you can follow me over on TikTok at official_Londyn Brielle. I'm going to be putting up more content here in a bit because I'm going to be going on vacation, so I will have a little bit more content for that. So definitely check me out over there and just let me know that you're here with me. Let me know that you're here with me because it's a roughkins over there. And if you guys have anything to say about the collection, if you want to tell me a little about Avatar, please do down below because I would love to know some more about it. I'd love to know your thoughts and feelings about it. If you have the collection, let me know how you feel about it. How do you like it? Do you think that my thoughts about it were kind of true to what your thoughts were? And let's just have a conversation. So guys, I always appreciate you spending your time with me. And until next time, I love you. I miss you. And I will see you on the flip side. I love you guys. Bye.